Hey everybody, Sean here, and I hope you're doing well. Yes, you read that title correctly, so let's jump right in. And special thanks to Mark Scott for sharing this.
I just came from the most amazing set of meetings in Bend, Oregon I wanted to tell you about. Really unusual. It's called Hub Nation. This is a group of leaders that literally have created an apostolic hub for the 7M for each of the mountains.
They've created an apostolic hub for each of the 7 mountains of the 7-mountain mandate, which is not in the Bible, by the way. And that as Christians, they must take over the 7 biggest areas of media for Christ. And some believe this must be done before Christ can return, which is also not supported by any Bible verses.
And I never had this happen. I've had this happen frequently, but
that didn't make any sense. I've never had this happen. I've had this happen frequently.
And I never had this happen. I've had this happen frequently, but like while I was there, I was getting this gold dust and like glitter and stuff on my face that people said they saw, but I just kind of, but then I was going to the men's room at the airport. It's like, wow, what's that stuff on my face? That stuff's real. It's like angels were in the room.
How did he know angels were in the room? Just an honest question.
And at one point, I remember saying that angels are bored.
Really? Angels are bored? We've heard this before. How does he know this, being that bored angels are nowhere mentioned in the Bible? Just my guess, but I'm pretty sure they're all quite busy with the spiritual battle that's going on at this moment.
Angels are bored because they have assignments to give Jesus his inheritance.
Wow, so much in one short clip. He says angels have assignments to give Jesus inheritance? I think that God alone gets that pleasure. And once again, no scripture to back up these statements.
Because they have assignments to give Jesus his inheritance. In this period of shakeup that's going on globally, there's ground to be taken. And I literally could feel a rush of God in the room. It was like the bolts, like the hair stood up right in the back of your neck. I thought, whoa, this is strange. But, think about this. That there are angels on assignment, and they've been assigned to give Jesus territory in media right now.
This just gets better and better.
Territory in Hollywood. Why do you think the New York Times and CNN is in such deep doo-doo, and what's happening with Hollywood with Johnny Depp and Bill Maher and all the big mouths and the crazies as they run their mouth? It's like God is literally taking the wheels off of the chariot of Pharaoh as he's trying to persecute what God is doing, basically. So this is the time to advance.
So what can we make of something like this? Let's look at this logically. One view we could have is that he's an outright liar and making up stories. He provides no proof of this and speaks of so many unbiblical things that have no scriptural support. A second view is that perhaps there was some kind of gold dust. I'm always curious why we never hear stories about people collecting it and selling it. But if there was actual gold dust, was it from God or deceitfully put in the vents like we've heard of in the past? And if it was real, then what is the source? Did his or any of these stories glorify God? No, they're just wacky extra experiential moments that we see all the time in the NAR movement. So it was most likely not from God. Or was it the enemy performing lying signs and wonders to keep this crowd in deception? All I know is that in this short clip, we heard a whole bunch of really strange stuff that sounds like he just made up. But what do you think? Please leave your thoughts below, and until next time, take care and God bless.